G'day everyone, good morning, good evening, and whatever else it may be for you, good afternoon. Angie, I'm loving your introductions this morning. Yes, it is in fact going to be cooler here today than you guys down there, which is good because it's been quite warm up here at the moment. Alex, good afternoon for you. Warm and cozy inside your house? Excellent. It's warm and cozy in mine too, but mine's naturally warm. The joys of the weather as it is. So, how is the alls? Are we all doing well? Just moving this up a little bit so that it's actually in the middle of the screen. Mona, hey, Mona. Mona. Every time. Craig McLaughlin in my head. It's fantastic. Okay, we're going to continue. Finally, back to Johanna after the brief interlude of the Santa thing that I didn't end up finishing, so I didn't win my $40. Rude. But that's all right. I had fun. Hello, Asra. How are you? How are you doing, sweetheart? How is it going over in South Africa? Hope all is well. No. Got to ask some pencil advice? Go ahead. Go ahead, my darling. I'm working with Crayarts. It's been that long since I was working on it. I had to go back and have a look at what pencils I was using. And I was like, radio. But that's okay. All right. I'm going to get started. I might zoom in a little bit closer, I think. Hey, Jamie. How are you? Oh, unemployed. Yeah, unemployed is never fun. I am very thankful that in my lifetime that has not been something I've had to work with. Just zooming in a little bit more. Alrighty, let me know if that goes out of focus because I zoomed in. There is always other opportunities, yes. I have an 18-year-old and I'm trying to convince her she needs to get a better job, but, lazy 18-year-old. So I get it. Alrighty, I'm going to come in with Lime while we're coming in and saying hello to the peoples. Looks good? Okay, awesome. Thanks, Angie. Yes, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that you had a lovely festive season in whatever celebrations you have. Alrighty, I'm going to come in with apple green that I need to sharpen. Hey, Mandy, how are you, darling? How's it going down there? Is it nice and cool? Alrighty. This one, yeah, what did I say? Apple green. I was sitting there and I put on, because usually at my craft desk, art desk, whatever you want to call it, in my little thing, I've got my old glasses. Ooh, 160 days till married. Woo! Awesome. And yeah, that's cold. I think 30 is close to just over zero, I think, in Celsius. Yeah, I know. It's summer here too, Azra. I know. At least I've got someone in the world that understands when we're different to everyone else while they're talking about snow and we're like, ugh. Let's go with I was wondering what had happened because I saw the name change and I was like, All right. This one is seaweed. Thank you, Yazra. Johanna Basford and I aren't the greatest of friends. She's very tiny for me. And it's like, effort. I need my brush already. Yeah, it's funny how, like, I know that they're lots of people's favorites, like Emily's favorite and all of that. She's not mine. That being said, I don't dislike her, but she's not my favorite. I know, and I feel like the world's going to come and shoot me down as a result of me saying that. I'm just waiting for it. Thunderbolt and lightnings. Yeah, Lost Ocean. I must admit, I really like Lost Ocean. Oh yeah, the paper is pretty good. Yeah, I agree, Angie. Off black. Yeah, definitely. The paper is pretty good. I don't think I've got the patience for Joanna. I think that's more what it comes down to, is the requirement of patience. Yeah. I think I like the Lost Ocean and Enchanted Forest. I think because they're bigger scale than tiny. And it's like, my man hands and tiny Joanna are like, yeah. Right, that's that one. I keep going to wipe it with my hand. I feel like Evelyn's in the background getting at me. See, well, I don't think, but see, I ignore you. You do all the Zentangly stuff. I don't. I see it as larger components. I think that might be the difference. I ignore all of those little lines in between. I'm like, no, can't do that. Alrighty, let's come in with mousse. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, you can't go wrong with some Inktense. I love Inktense. Oh, see, Alex has already come in. Exactly. I'm like, go the Inktense. They're just something different, and what you can do with them is incredible. All right, moss. Alrighty. There's just some phenomenal things that you can do with those pencils. Calling them pencils seems wrong, because they're definitely a breed upon themselves. Lots of ways, Asda. That's the beauty of Inktense. You can activate with water. You can actually do it onto like a cutting board, and then use a brush with water and use it like a watercolor paint that's permanent. I love using them with colorless splendor, because the vibrancy of color that you get from an alcohol-based colorless blender is the bomb. But yeah, there's lots of different ways. Corey does phenomenal things with Inktense, so colorfully optimistic. Did I tell you this is deep green? If I forget to tell you the color of the pencils, let me know. Because I'm pretty slack. but it can be used for backgrounds. You can do a whole picture with them. I don't know. I love Inktense. So, and I'm like oil-based or wax-based pencils. I'm like, they all the same, really. Jen, hello, my darling. How are you? How did the checkbook go? Has it have you heard whether you are lacking in funds now? Have we got 30 foot, 40 foot? What have we ended up with? Hello, Renee. How are you, my darling? I thought you were going to go have a rest. What did we end up purchasing is the question. I want to know. I want to know what love is. All right, off black. He came home empty-handed. Oh, 32. Yeah, I was figuring you wouldn't go any lower than, well, knowing a man, wouldn't go any lower than a 30 foot. Oh, I love it. As I say to people, like, my aunt and all were down here, and my dad's coming up to visit in his motorhome in a next couple of weeks, and they all talk about it, and I'm like, yep, my idea of camping comes with 4 stars minimum. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't like, and don't get me wrong, I used to do a lot of camping when I was growing up and when I was, younger, when I was back in my day. But I don't know, I've just become to the point where I'm like, so much effort. I don't wanna. But then people come down in theirs and I'm like, ooh, that looks nice. I'm like, yeah, I could do that. But then I'm like, no. I always sit there and say, I want a tiny home and then a large she shed. Because I actually don't need much to live in. That's not my thing. Just as long as I've got a bed and a kitchen and a bathroom, I'm pretty sweet in that regard. But I need a huge she shed for the art supplies and the power tools and all of that kind of stuff. All right. Salmon. I know. I love. I follow Living Big. Oh, I follow a few channels on YouTube, but Living Big in a Tiny House. And I just love watching. They're phenomenal, and I'm like, I want to live in that. Sangria. Yeah, 4 star. Yeah, but yeah, your RV is that in Australia we call them motorhomes if they've obviously got an engine, and then we call them caravans if they don't have an engine. So I guess that's the dependent. So thinking about calling them RVs is like weird. Off black. Yeah. No, I don't want two tiny homes. I want one tiny home and one ginormous shed. Nothing tiny about it. Not even going to pretend that I want that tiny. I want it huge. All right. Tangerine. Live keeps pausing. Hold on. I'm just going to switch over to my other network and see if okay, let me know how that one goes. I've just switched over the network. If it keeps playing up, let me know, please. Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to seeing. There's one that I keep saying I'm going to buy, but I don't need another hobby. But it's the Japanese home, the little 3-story home. I'm like, I want to buy it, and because I'll make it and put it in my classroom, so to be a tax deduction. But I still am not going to buy it because I don't need something else to do. I've got so many projects on the go as it is, and still not getting everything done. Ferrari red. Back in with sangria. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah. Jamie's tiny homes. No. And yeah, I'm not the size for anyone's real tiny home, which is why I like watching the Living Big in a Tiny Home one, because he's tall. He's like 6'6" or 7" or whatever he is. So I'm like, if he can get in there, then I know that it's a good one. And now I want to come in with a bit of brown. Which brown do I want? I think I want just brown. I got some brown. Jamie, I have glue in places that I don't even want to know about with the stuff I do. So I get it. I get it. And the glue sticks to everything. I've given up. I sit there and I paint my nails, and then I go do some stuff, and my nails are gone. My nail polish is chipped because I'm sitting there with glue, and I go, yeah, whatever. We be done with that. Alrighty. So I'm just putting them away. I'm trying to put my pencils away as I go. All right, let's come in with orchid. Bit of orchid and then a bit of deep green. And then off black. Hey, Della! You need to clean your desk. Oh, mine's the ongoing thing because I have 5,000 projects going. I clean my desk off, then I put another project on it, then I clean, then I'll go, yeah, no, I don't want to work on that. So then I have to clean up that project, put that, like, you know, into bits, then build another one. It's just the ongoing saga of cleaning desks. So I get you. Oh, I like that combo. I'm going to do that again. We'll do that one over here. And then I put pencils on all the way, and then I get to the point where I'm like, oh, what pencils was I using? And man, and people that actually film will get this. Going back and having to watch your own videos to figure out what you were doing is cringeworthy. I'm just saying. I do not advise it for anyone. It's like, oh, having to listen to my own voice? Nope. All right, fern. Fern. And hunter green. Speaking of hunter green, I was watching the last video of this, and that's what the part that I watched to figure out what I was using was I was talking about my hunter green kitchen, and I'm like, okay. I embarrassed Georgia the other day. It was fun. I was in Office Works, like a stationary kind of office supply store here, and there was a lady looking at pencils. This is True Green, and I could tell on her face that she was like, struggling to figure out what she wanted. And I went, I said, do you need a hand? And she's like, looked at me, and I'm like, you look confused between your pencils. And she's like, I can't decide on what I want to get. And she had the Prisma watercolors and the chroma flows. And I went, is it for coloring? And she's like, she looked like she didn't want to admit to it. And she goes, yeah. And my mum as well, colors. And I went, cool. All right. I said, so, and then I introduced myself and said, listen, this is what I do. And I said, listen, just take I advise you, one, don't get the Prismacolor watercolors. I've heard nothing but bad reviews about them. And I said, if you would like, I said, it'd be much better if you come around to my house and play with my pencils. She just looked at me and I went, please trust me. And so I gave her my phone number and my YouTube channel. And I said, go home and realize that while I am a freak, I'm not that kind of freak. And so, yeah. So hopefully she contacts me and comes around and has a play so she can figure out what kind of pencils she likes before she spends some money on it. And George is just sitting there shaking her head. Lol, you just mute it and look at the pencils. Yeah, well, it was only a brief moment. So I was kind of like, but yeah, I do that too, usually. Let's go with emerald green. And army. Basically, I'm just using every green in the set. Well, nearly. I must admit, the crayarts have a huge variety of greens. That's looking like it's all of the pencils. All of the, plants. Started with P, I was close. Alrighty. Now to put them back in order. Line. Moss. Fern. Just bear with me while I put pencils away, because I'm like, no. Army. Emerald. Deep. Hunter. Green. Seaweed. Green. All right. Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's why I asked her. I said, listen, if you come, because it was in the, basically we've got my titty, my city, and then a city that's like, it's a set, like, we're a joint council. It's only 25, 30 minutes drive away. So, you go between the two. And that's what I said to her. When you come over my way, just give me a buzz. All right. Rust. That one. Dark brown. Yeah. I was going to say, don't talk about how many reds you get. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. You're talking to me. I get it. It's like, I don't like botanicals enough that I want 5,000 greens. I just want to be able to, this is yam, want to colour skin and red. One day, come out with a set of just reds. Oh, hey, Stephanie. How's it going? Hello. Yes, this is the other side of my world. I craft and I colour. I like to see it up. All right. We've got that. Let's do some... Speaking of red, let's just go straight into it, because every house, if you've been here long enough, will have a red door. All houses should have red doors. Good feng shui. Not that the crayarts have the best reds, but let's not pick on it too much. Red. Thank you for stopping in, Stephanie. I appreciate that. I'm glad you found me during the streamathon. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. And so many different techniques from everyone. I learned so much stuff. Devon, with her jelly printing, blew me away. I was like, what? Pan pastels? I need to play with the jelly printing. What do we need to get onto, Angie? You talk. Remind me. Brain fart. I forgot what I said 2 seconds ago. Oh, a set of reds. Yeah. and true reds. I will succumb to the fact that I should have a color family of reds, and I will have some pink reds, and I will have, some purple reds and so forth, and some yellow reds. But I want some good true reds and deep reds, good deep reds. That's what I want. Oh. All right, so you get me excited thinking about reds. It's like little things. Yeah, I did. I went back and watched yours. I just wasn't able to make yours live, but I did go back and watch everyone's videos, and that's what I mean. It was just so much fun. I liked it. I liked the variety. That being said, I can't remember exactly what you did. I know I've watched everyone, but that doesn't mean I remember. And please don't take offense to it. I don't remember people's names to save myself, which is really good as a high school teacher, because I don't even remember my students' names, but they get over it. All right, a bit of off black, just to put a bit of texture into this door. I must admit, I do like this off black in the Cray Arts, because it's not as harsh, obviously, as a full black. I will say that. There we go. Oh, I thought yours was the junk roll, but I wasn't going to say it. Yeah, with the continuous thing. It was such a cool idea. I was like, that's so cool, because I usually just I've got like big A2 pieces of paper, and I just start like sticking it on there. But just keeping adding, I'm like, brilliant. And it just rolls up. I was like, yes, it was so cool. Because I do like snippet rolls on like the receipt rolls from the cash registers, but yours was like, big. And I was like, that is such a cool idea. I was intending on stealing it, because I'm like, I need to try that. That looks like fun. Alrighty, let's go for the window frames, which I'm going to do in the classic stained wood, because that's a 70s thing. All right, let's go for orange bronze. Why not? And that's the thing. We never come up with ideas. It's like we just kind of make them our own. All right, orange bronze. Oh, my knee. I'm feeling old this morning. My knee's just like extra punchy. I tell you what, but I must admit, the last few days, because my mum was here for a few days earlier in the week, but the last few days I've went, you know what, I'm just not. And so I have relaxed. I am now up to season 2 of Walker, because my mum got me onto that one. And, it's got Jared Padalecki in it, and which is like Sammy Winchester. And I was like, all right. So I started watching it while she was here. They're up to season 3, because they were using my stand. And So they were finishing it off, and I went, I need to watch this from the beginning. Yeah, I need to use the knee thingy, but I always forget to use the knee thingy. But it was like, hello, Sammy. And I kept calling him Sammy. And they kept looking at me like I was strange. And I'm like, he will always be Sam. But he's still just as hot as Walker. Oh, yum. Now I'm a Dean girl. I'm Team Dean, but I am happy to still feast my eyes upon Sam Winchester. Everyone's gone quiet. What other gossip have I got for you? My 13-year-old daughter's a freak. She has, in her time up on holidays and things, she's decided to get into the classics. So she's read Pride and Prejudice. She's read Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Now she's nearly finished Moby Dick. And I'm like, you're not normal. I said, even I haven't read Moby Dick. I'm like, and she's got Sense and Sensibility, and then she wants to Sherlock. She's getting the Barnes and Noble classic book collection that's got all of the pretty book binding and colours and whatever, and she wants it all on a shelf. And I went, you can get them as you read one. And I'm not sure. Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you. Oh, happy birthday, Legs 11. 11's my lucky number. Very cool. I like that age because they're old enough that, you don't have to watch over them every 5 seconds, but they're still young enough that they quite haven't reached the I'm a teenager, I know everything attitude. But you can have a whole good conversation with them. And that means you also understand the joys of having children with birthdays close to Christmas and how poor you are. I did move up. Oh, I'm back out of frame. Oh, listen. I'm my shocker because I'm going all over the place. I'm just doing the same thing. You're not really missing much. I go up, I go down, and all around. Oh, Casper's sighing over there. Casper is feeling miserable for himself because he is wearing the cone of shame because he cannot control himself and has rubbed his face raw on a timber post. And he'd worn the cone for a few days, and I went, okay, it's healed up a little bit. I'll take the cone off. And the first thing he did was go scratch it up again. So he ended up having a huge bath and getting Dettol and stuff poured on his face, and he has the cone and shame on until it heals. So he is, he does not like me very much right now. I am not his favorite person. He just looks at me with miserableness. And I'm like, it's your fault, boy. Your fault. I think he does not agree, but... All right. Hey, I've got a great wrist. Look how bendy it is. There's like... Now. All right. It's like all bendy. Can't see why you wouldn't just want to stare at my wrist. Like, I was going to say it'd be better than you staring at my rear end. So my wrist is in much better condition than that. But it's yeah. So Caspar was not happy as I dragged him into the bath. Although I do appreciate this house has a shower thingy that comes off, so I could like get in and it was much easier. On that, Angie, Steve made the mistake. He thought he wouldn't disturb people, so he went downstairs to shower downstairs. And we've got a plumber that went into that shower. So that being said, I've already been told what I need to go purchase, what I'm getting, and on the way back through, you're getting a new shower head. His he goes, I was running around the shower trying to get wet, and typical Australian. If anyone's offended, please don't be. His typical Australian response was, he goes, I can piss harder than that. So, yeah. So basically we're getting, I've got to go to Bunnings and buy a new shower head. I said, do you want to come with me so I get the right one? And he's like, no, I don't want to go down there. And I'm like, well, I'll probably end up buying the wrong one. And I said, you had to find something wrong with this house, didn't you? I told you to. Awesome, Pamela. Yeah, I liked this image. It just seemed cool. No, I'm fine. I just will not get the one that he approves of. I know how to buy a shower head. I know how to install a shower head. He's going to have a. You can see me working on the top floor. Yeah, I must admit, I'm kind of like the top floor appeals to me too. I agree with that one, even though it's got a lot of green. Evelyn, hello. You must have heard me talking about you before when I went to brush the page without my brush. And I was like, look, I remembered to move it up. I was like, Evelyn will be getting up me. How are you, my darling? How has your holidays been? I hope you actually had some time off and aren't buried in snow. When am I tweeting? Oh, I see a lot of wrists today. Yeah. Well, it's really hard, all of these little images. I can't do it like this, like I try to so you can actually see what I'm doing. It's just not the image for it. And I'm left-handed and I like to not smudge my work. So this is in hence how I hold my pencil. You're hating on my wrist action. You're jealous of my wrist action, woman. Look at that. Look. Can you do that? It's the joys of being left-handed. You can. It's good. Except for I was the only one when we used to train, when we used to do jiu-jitsu and martial arts training and such, that had the flexible wrists. So hence I was always the guinea pig to learn how to do holds when the basic wrist holds don't work, because a general wrist hold and arm hold won't work on me because it doesn't hurt. So of course I was always the guinea pig, and they wouldn't tell the people that were putting me in holds that it wasn't working. And then they would wonder why they ended up on the floor, because I could get out of it without crying in pain. But it's hard on your body being the guinea pig like that. Dark brown, what I'm coming in with. Oh, rack of ribs. Yum. Yum. See, a rack of ribs here in Australia would cost nearly the same as what I paid for my crab for Christmas. But now I want ribs. We're having for dinner tonight chicken and bacon garlic mignon. I was supposed to have it the other night, but then, the oldest decided to go with a boyfriend. And so I'm just not cooking it for me in Georgia. So I think she's home tonight. And then I've got to teach Georgia how to make a lasagna this week, because she's been expanding on her ability to cook, even though it drives me nuts watching her. But then I've got to remember she's only 13. She's only 13. Yeah, you're missing out on chicken mignon. You certainly are. Oz. I got asked last night by Georgia, when is Angie coming home? And then Julie's asked too, when's Angie coming home? I'm like, when she gets home. She's a grown woman. She'll come home when she wants to come home. See you, Jen. Thank you for stopping in. Looking forward to hearing what you end up with. Oh, pork chops. Yum. Although all the talk of pie in Renee's stream today, and I was like, I think I need to see if I've got some pecans, and if not, I'm going to go buy some pecans, and I need to make a pecan pie. We usually have pecans, but I might have used them up. And I make a molasses pecan pie, so it's extra thick. Alrighty, I'm going to move down. Yeah, I know you've still got things to do. I know you probably wanted to come home after 2 days of being there after having. But yeah, you got things to do. You got things to sort out. Pecan pie. I think I'm gonna have to. You want to go? That's how I feel like when I go on most holidays. But you've got to see your boys and your mum. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that he's noticed that you're just like, yep, I'm not gonna tolerate it, Mum. So Em got stung by a jellyfish yesterday. And I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah. And my first response was, did you pee on it? But I just did ask did you put vinegar on it? But I'm like, oh well, sucks to be you. Not a bad sting. The jellyfish that they have down here aren't like the real jellyfish. They're only fake jellyfish. But it would have hurt. She said she got nicked on the thigh. I'll have a look at it when she gets home today. No doubt the boyfriend was like, knew everything he needed to do. Because he knows it all. Alrighty, there we go. We got windows. Suppose we can do some pots. Let's do pot. Need a drink. Ashley, hello. Oh, YouTube, naughty. That's all right. What am I doing? Pot. All right, sky blue. That's the first color. I'm literally just going to randomly pick colors out of the pencil case. How you doing? I'm doing okay. I've got another week and a bit of holidays, and then I have to go back to work, and I don't want to go back to school. School's mean. Kids are mean to me. All right. Another random color. We're going to go for amethyst. Oh, her watercolors are amazing. Like, just where you progress to is phenomenal. Totally jelly. All right. Amethyst. Oh, punch. Let's punch you in the face with some pink. Got to be mindful that, you know, this is 70s style. Nothing would be too much. Yeah, probably could, but I don't wanna. I know watercolor just doesn't fill my soul. Don't know why. All right, orangey. Orangey. Mustard. I'm just calling out. It's just like a colour show now. You want all the watercolour. Pick a colour, any colour, all the watercolour. All right, let's go for what's ever sharpened. Let's go for plum. Plum sounds like a good one. Sorry. Teal. Aquamarine. Gold. I'm running out of colours. Let's go back. All right. Byzantinum. It's like, woo, let's pick a colour, any colour. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm okay, Jamie. I just been smoking too much because, stress. And I started smoking again. And sneezing, not sure why. But the smoking's all the coughing's all self-induced. I went 15 months without it, and then she got a boyfriend. Alrighty. All right. Hey, Shannon. Hello, my darling. How are you? How was your festive period? Used to read 70 books a year at least. Yeah, no. Yeah, to be honest, Ashley, I used to read a book a day or two. And I have just lost the habit of reading. And it's amazing how that happens. And now I go to read and I struggle. Zafar. Zafar. I just want to say Zephyr. And then it makes me think I want a car. One of the classic cars I'd love to own is the Zephyr. All right. It was just so festive. Yeah, I wonder if it was as festive as mine. Mm-hmm. Mine was like, woo, off the charts, man. Non-stop partying here. I had a glass of wine for the first time in I don't know how long with my mother the other day. Isn't it amazing that I get peer pressured by my mother? Like, oh my Lord. She kept saying, I just want to sit out on the deck with a glass of wine. Do you want a glass of wine? No. And I said no the first night. And then the second night she was like, oh, it'd be nice to I'm like, fine, just give me a glass of wine. So I even sat there and had a glass of wine with my mother. And I'm like, oh, really? It's like effort. I did the good daughter. Actually, I have a full bar downstairs. Like, you name it, and I pretty much own it in the bar. It just looks pretty. It's like it's just there to be pretty. Looks fancy. Three books at a time. Wow. Well, tequila. Hey, tequila. I got that. I got strawberry tequila and normal tequila. I don't know what I'm doing now. All right. Let's go for butterscotch, butterscotch, oh, butterscotch, butterscotch, butterscotch. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because we're going to start getting all over the place, and I don't want you checking out my wrist any more than you need to check out my wrist. You know, I don't want to offend anyone with my wrist action. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. Actually, it's alcohol. It's not going to get bad. So, yeah, I was going to do the Aussieisms. I was thinking of that while I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'm doing with myself. All right, Aussie slang. I don't even remember where we're up to. Does anyone remember where we're up to? No, we've done that. Done that. Yeah, we did that one. I think we're up to this one. I think we're up to E. Ooh, E. E. All right. Slang. It is a beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I should be a wrist model. All right. Let's go with E. Esky. Okay. I think you guys call it a cooler box. I don't know what ice box maybe. Just the stuff you throw your beers in. Okay, it's an esky. All right. Typical Aussie style. It was the brand that came out in Australia first. It was really popular. It was called Esky, was the name of the brand, like Eskimo, I imagine. And Aussies just went, well, that's what it is from now on, an esky. And it doesn't matter what brand it is, it's an esky. Yeah, chili box. All right, ear basher. That's what I feel like sometimes on a 2-hour stream, is that I'm ear bashing you with my nonsense. Okay, so it's someone that just does not stop talking. And it's like, oh, you're bashing up my ears. The easterlies are hot, dry winds that come in off the desert, especially in WA. We call it the westerlies over here. They're just nasty, hot wins. All right. Easy beats are people that get easily defeated. Okay, I'd have never used that term. Empties. Okay. Going back to the esky, generally by the end of the night, the esky's full of empties. Okay, so like after Emily's 18th the other day, I sent her around to pick up all the empties. So it's all of the empty booze bottles. Emu parade. This happens a lot in Australia. It's basically going around and picking up rubbish. So we often have emu parades at school when the kids have forgotten that there's 5,000 bins in the schoolyard, and they just drop it anywhere. So we get sick of it, and we will make them go do an emu parade during their lunch break, where they have to go around and pick it up. But it's like an emu, so you're bending over, picking up the rubbish like an emu. And we've already done esky. If it's exy, all right, geez, that was exy. It's expensive. Again, we shorten everything. I'm sure you've gathered that. All right. Fang farriers. Okay, so a farrier obviously is someone that adds metal to, like, your horses, so your shoe horses and all of that. So fang farrier is obviously a dentist, because that's what they're doing. They're getting in and they're scraping the fangs. All right. If someone's a face ache, means that they're just not very pretty, or they're just a pain in the butt. A face like a north end of a southbound camel is they're ugly. All right. Fair enough. Basically, that's fair. Yeah, so it's just emphasis. Have I done this one? I don't know. No. Did I do this one the other week? Yeah, I did. See, I've done this one. See, I can't even remember. Moving on. I must have missed E. All right. Let's go fossican. Okay. Fossican is, I didn't realize that it's an Australian word, but gold digging. Going out with the metal detector, going fossican and doing the shaky. Flying doctors is we're a big country with a lot of emptiness. And if you get sick in the middle of whoop whoop, then you need the flying doctors to come out and rescue you. So I donate to the flying doctors quite regularly. All right, flying fox is our large fruit bat. Oh, yeah, I remember doing the F's, not the E's. I don't know. Whatever. We got a large fruit bat. Footy is not Australian rules football. Australian rules football is pansy football. Footy is football, so rugby. Forex. Okay, going to go 4X is a popular Queenslander beer. A franger. A franger is a condom. We also call them rubbers, and a whole lot of other things. All right. A Fred Nurk is basically someone you make up to blame something on. All right. The Fremantle doctors, Fremantle doctors are what we call, over in WA in Western Australia, there is a massive breeze that comes in the afternoon in summertime, and it's basically called the Fremantle doctors, and they bring in a fresh wind. A freshie is a freshwater crocodile. Obviously, a salty is a saltwater crocodile or a muncher. A front, so we've got a front coming on, is a gale kind of thing. Funnel web is it's not extremely poisonous. It says that it's the extremely poisonous spider. People haven't died of a funnel web bite for like ever. That being said, it's not fun, but they're exaggerating there, like, really. Okay, and then to tell a furphy is you're telling a lie or a rumor. You're spreading a furphy. And we've got what? Fair crack of the whip means we're just going to give it a go, having a good go at it. And I'm going to leave that one there. All right, so we're into the Fs. Okay. So I've told the story a lot of times about I grew up and one of our family friends rescued a baby flying fox, and his name was Ralph. And they ended up having him for years. He just never left. He bonded with them, and that was his family. So you would go around to his place their place for a barbecue, and they'd let Ralph obviously he'd go out at night to go do his eating and whatever else. He used to love bananas. Oh, give him a banana and he'd lose it. And well, yes, they are venomous, not poisonous, but yes. Yeah, basically, it depends in the context on what you're talking about when you say I need a rubber. Me saying I need a rubber, obviously I'm going to need an eraser. But, if you're young, dumb and all of that, if you're saying I need to go get a rubber, I know what they're talking about. And the amount of times because I used to work in a corner store and they'd come in and go, where are the rubbers? And you'd go looking at the person and you go, which one do you want? And you just send them to the aisle that you felt best suited them. I never got it wrong. But, it's all about context. Yeah, I know you were correcting the book, Angie. Oh. But it's the same as like the redback spider. And to make you sick. It'll like kill you if you're a child. You can tell down here we've just kind of gone, unless it literally kills you dead, it's fine. Hence why I'm getting stung by a jellyfish. Whatever. It was only a nick. And the irukandji are very few and far between down south, so I knew it wouldn't be too bad. All right. Yeah, a lot of it is context down here. Honestly, in Australian, we could have, not me, because I tend not to be a big cusser, but people down here could have a whole conversation with you just using the F word, and purely based on how they said it, what their body language is, and all of that, you would be able to understand the entire context of the story. It's quite kind of insane how just commonplace it is down here. I'm not a fan of it. It was kind of funny. My parents, so my stepdad and my mum, they were watching Yellowstone. They were using, I don't know, one of the streaming services they don't have, whatever it's on. I think it's Stan as well. And they were watching Yellowstone. And it got 2 episodes in, and I went, I can't listen to this anymore, because it was just an excessive amount of swearing that was unnecessary. And they just looked at me and they go, yeah, it is a lot. And I went, yeah, I said, I couldn't watch this. I said, because it's just too much. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am literally that person. Now, don't get me wrong, I can deal with some. I'm not an angel. But it was just, when it's just too much. And I'm like, no. everyone gone? I'm like, hello, is anyone out there? Feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm just gonna start answering myself. You're like, so Tammy, what do you think of I don't know, peanut butter? I'm not a fan of it. Never understood the stickiness of peanut butter. It's kind of like sticks on the roof of your mouth and it's gross. Oh, it might have been Paramount. I don't know what I was watching it on, Angie. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. One of them. No, it can't be because you haven't given me the thing. So it must be, no, it has to be Stan. Peanut. Oh, see, I'm just not peanut butter. Like, and I'm so un-Australian in the fact that I'm not a fan of Vegemite either. Just don't. But no, I've never been a fan of peanut butter, and I'm not a huge fan of satay even. Like, no, don't get me wrong, I'll have a satay chicken kebab stick. That's okay, but I'd never actually cook a chicken satay. You're funny. You just twisted my tweet. Yeah, I know. How can you not be mesmerized by this? ASMR. Watching me do this while talking utter BS. Oh, whatever. Don't know. Still not going to watch it because it was just, even though it had Kevin Costner in it, I was like, oh, at the start when they started watching it, I'm like, oh, I might watch it for this. And then I went, no. Nope. Hey, Marilyn, how's it going? What you been doing? How was your holidays? I see we say holidays here because it's summer holidays. So to us, this is our holiday time. How was your, I don't know, what do we say for you guys? Your week of, Christmas, New Year. Yeah, it's funny, Georgia, on that one, Angie. Georgia reading the classics. That's what I said to her. I said your vocabulary will improve exponentially, and the way you speak will change. And I've already started to see it. And I'm like, I can't believe she's reading Moby Dick, but like seriously. And I said, how's the whale going? And she's like, do you even know what it's about? I said, it's about a ship and a whale and a friend. So that's all I need to know. So I'm not reading it. Yeah, I love curry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. Might have to have a few curries because Angie was cooking curry the other day or something, and there was no curry powder. And I'm like, no, always have curry powder. I went looking, it wasn't there in the spice drawer, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, this isn't right. This is not something I never not have. And then I was cleaning out the pantry the other day, doing, the 6 monthly purge of the pantry. I found it. It was hidden down in the back of the saucers, and I'm like, why is it in here? But so we got curry powder for days now. Oh, kind of over this colour. It's a bit like doing a portrait. Both curry. Oh, nice. I'm all about Texas at the moment because of Walker. I'm like, hello, Texas. I'm like, if the men look like that here, that they look like in, well, if the men really look like that in Texas, I'd be like, I'm over there. Woo. It's like, can they hire anyone ugly? Even the criminals are hot. I'm like, is that the the casting thing? You must be hot. Ah, I didn't see it. Sorry, Evelyn. No, I didn't. Yeah, 4 peanut. No, and I have peanut butter in my house. Yeah, others eat it. I just don't. Same as I have Vegemite in my house. They can eat that all they want. Just don't make me. Only thing Vegemite is used for in my world is French onion soup. Only time. All right. Okay. Ah. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Speaking of bras, that was like how I knew this morning I gave up while getting back to bed. Because I was in Renee's stream this morning and I was like, I'm up early and all of that. And usually I can fall back to sleep maybe because I always wake up about 1, 2 in the morning, but I can usually force myself back to sleep. Wasn't happening. So at 4:30 when I actually got dressed and put a bra on, I went, yep, the day started. Isn't it funny as women how something, as simple as taking it on or off can kind of guide how your day's going or what you're doing? So I don't know if you heard before, Evelyn, Casper is currently in the cone of shame. He's not happy with me in any way. And hey, when I used to go clubbing when I was younger, the amount of things that I used to be able to pull out of my bra was great. Never used to have to worry about pockets. I had it all down there. Had a phone, a lighter, a packet of smokes, my money, my license, car keys. It's awesome. Like a vault. Oh, and a lipstick. Woo! Nearly nearly back to driving. Yay. That'll be so exciting to be able to get back to that. How's Jeremy doing, Ashley? Oh, I forgot this. Oh, that's Slack. Oh yeah, totally, Marilyn. They do get lost in there. Like I'd come home, come home. This is back in the days when I used to drink too, especially if I was drinking. I'd come home and just start unstuffing it. I'm just like, oh my God. Absolutely ridiculous. Just the things that we do. See, I was blessed, or no, cursed. I actually wouldn't say blessed. I was cursed with an ample amount, which meant that there was lots of space when you shoved it in there, like in the middle section, in the cleavage section, and in underneath. Like I could tuck it in a whole lot of places. It was basically, my version of push up. Here we are, oversharing. Timmy, what do you do on your stream? Overshare. Tell useless facts. Yeah. That's it. It's like, anyway. So you need to get me on another topic. Otherwise, I'm just going to be talking about bras for the rest of the stream. Best and worst invention. All right. A little bit of off black. How can I be? I've got the whole thing in there. Obviously, I moved it. Me? God. Actually, I'm just happy if I finish an actual page. But it'd be interesting if anyone does have a book that they're wanting to finish. I would still love to finish Worlds Within Worlds. If I had a dream book that I would love to have completed, that would be it. It still is my favorite Kirby book, and I would love to complete that book. Maybe in my lifetime. Actually, maybe I should do a Kirby Worlds Within Worlds. I haven't done a Kirby Worlds Within Worlds for a while. I don't know. I've got to pick a book for the next stream. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I was thinking of doing a portrait, but thinking of doing a Monia or something. But now I'm like, worlds within worlds. Now I don't know what to do. Now you're actually on the computer. Yeah, I know. But that's good. That's good. I'm like, it got me thinking. Pulling out an OG and doing a bit of Kirby. That was my first ever colouring video. Was doing a Kirby. I did the astronaut. There you go. Another fact for you. I think you only have 3 copies of Worlds Within Worlds. Actually, to be honest, George has got a copy. Emily's got a copy. I think I have 2 copies. So yeah, I understand. So what's everyone else's book? It's interesting to see because we all have different preferences, different things that float our boat. You've done 1 copy of 1 picture. Yeah, Angie's like, too many. Too many to think of. Oh yeah, Clara. Yep, that's cool. Yeah, Camilla book. Yep. I'd listen. Just finishing a book. That would be finishing a page is a goal for me now. I used to be someone that never had works in progress. Now I've got 5,000. So much work. Honestly, they're so tiny, but there's so much work. Alrighty. Dandelion. Angie takes longer than me. Hmm. Like, yeah. La 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 la. You started Michigan. Yeah, but the problem is we colour so differently. It just wouldn't. It did no. Angie has the lightest touch I've ever seen. Oh, and me, I just throw pencils around the room. Oh yeah, and I can colour lightly too if I want to, but I don't want to because time, effort. I'm like smush, baby, as I'm doing right now, smushing it. Smush, baby, smush. You struggle with burnishing. Yeah. Yeah. See, whereas I don't need to burnish because that's what I do when I smush. That's why I rarely use a blender pencil. It's like smush, baby. Oh. Speaking of blenders, oh, you have a new one for us to try? Oh, yeah, which one? Have you been to the art store yet? Oh my gosh, can you get any more 70s than this phone right now? Stadler design, Janie. Interesting. Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, I could probably get a few more Copic refills. And I'm after the Stabilo All Black Pencil. Officeworks is supposed to have them, but they don't. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, The Stabilo All ALL in black. It's basically, yeah, like it does it all. It's like normal and watercolor and stuff, but it's got a nice depth to it that I've seen people using. And I'm like, I want to just try it. That was all. Not worth going back there if you're not going back there. Let's put it that way. I don't even know if they have it. What color was everyone's phone growing up? Mine was actually that we had an orange one, like this color orange. But we all would have, well, most of us would have had a phone like this somewhere in a house. Olive green, nice. Nice. Cream like that, yeah. Without the plants in the book. So it's a bit unfair that didn't have the plants in the book. How boring. No windows in it. But our kitchen countertops were this orange too. So our phone matched our countertops. That's pretty much what our kitchen looked like. With the wood paneling. Oh my gosh. So retro. A black one, a cream one, and 100. Oh. Light beige with a ridiculous 50-foot cord. Mustard. Yeah, okay. See, I'm like, but it's all come back in, like the whole retro vibe. It's kind of crazy. Alrighty. My bar downstairs is honestly like you step back in time, but I kind of love it. So I've gone and got furniture that actually makes use of that. I don't know what to make this stripe, hence why I've been putting it off. And while I continue to put it off and think about that stripe, I might do it inside the windows. But first, I'm going to get out soft white. Put in some highlight. Oh. Yeah. This was a popular color. This is why I chose this color, because I'm like, it's a popular. Was it the popular color of the 70s? I thought. When you look at most, they were kind of this color. You know, the generic ones. Yep. The avocado color. Yep. Nice. And when we upgraded to the Telstra push button phone, it was like, oh, so fancy. Now I don't even have a phone in my house. Like, plugged in phone. There you go. Cool. Yay! Rubes a Wonder. Yeah, it is. I don't know how you do this all the time, Emily. I'm like, it's so tiny. I'm like, so hard. Oh. Really? Wow. Much squinting. I actually had to upgrade from my older script glasses and put on my current work glasses so that I could see it. I'm like, yeah. Usually I can get by with just my, the ones that I don't, that are half broken and hanging off my face because I'm just sitting here. I'm like, yeah, nah, I can't see what I'm doing. All right. Warm grey. Oh yeah, not the strong. It's the stronger lens, all right. Yeah, I'm thinking red. I was probably going to go red because, yeah. Oh, hello. I'm sorry I'm not out there. Good morning. My friends come to say good morning. Yeah, you go for it. You stuff that face. Don't blame you. Oh. Yes, birds coming to say hello. It is. It's beautiful. The one that comes and sits on the banana tree right outside my window is a blue-faced kingfisher, and just likes to have a good chat. And if I don't talk to him, he gets louder. Yeah, I'd be excited for it too. I'd be like, hello. All right. I'm going to come in with lemon. Still in frame, just checking. I don't know, but it's both maybe. They're having a good call out here. Yeah, it's not good to forget to eat. I do it all the time, and Ashley, I can understand why Ashley does as well, because we no longer have the part of our stomach that tells us we're hungry. Don't work no good. Off black. No, I don't. I don't think we get Artex stuff down here. That being said, I'm not sure. Don't quote me. But I have that many budget markers. I'm like, but no, I don't know anything about it, but someone else might. I have been considering their pencils, however. And then I'm like, do not need another pencil set. Oh, that's pretty good. It's not bad at all. Oh. Oh, so Renee, I thought Renee would have Renee might know more. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I've seen a few people with their pencils, and I'm like, they look like they might be my kind of pencils. And I'm like, I'm like, yes. But then they're on my list, and the Clue are on my list. And I'm like, oh. And then I feel bad because I feel like, I'm not giving any of my pencils enough love, which is why I pulled out the Crayarts for this. I just randomly went to the shelf and just pulled out a pencil case just so that I was like, I need to give my pencils some love. Isn't it sad that I feel sad for my pencils? Well, that's it. It can't hurt. And it's, you're informing others. So now I'm using the Prisma white, not the Holbein white. I don't want quite as harsh of a standout. I just want it to kind of look like the lights are on, but no one's home. Well, Pam's tried them. Cool. Oh my God. It's like, maybe I should get the Gucci pencils we were talking about in Renee's stream. Not a chance. I'm going to spend, if trust me, it'll be over $1,000 Australian at Gucci. I'm going to get myself a handkerchief rather than pencils. I'm actually going to come in with a blendy pencil. Yeah. But Artex usually do all right. They, from what I've seen, they're pretty good with their products. Again, they're a bit like oh, what's the brand I'm thinking of that's really hard to get here in Australia? Oh, come to my head. Oh, Hoo and stuff like that. They're just not easy to come by. Not impossible, but just not easy. I don't know, do we? Andy, I wouldn't know. Probably. That being said, probably do. Oh, Arteza. That's the one we can't get down here. That's it. I knew it was something. See? You answered my question without even meaning to answer my question. Did I buy them? Really? Maybe. Maybe I did. I don't know. Now you got me questioning myself. That being said, probably did. It could be I might have bought them for the kids. I don't know. I don't know. Now I've got to go thinking and searching. I don't know. It's really sad in your life when you're like, I don't know, do I own that set? Oh my lordy. That is bad. Bad. At the moment, I'm using the It's cute. It's little. It works. Yeah, I know a Tesla is very. Yeah, it's just it's impossible. Well, it's not impossible again, but they don't ship to Australia, so you've got to go through the back channels, and it's just stupid. Is it time? Oh, no one cares. No one's on after me. I want to finish it off. Is everyone okay with that? It won't take long. Because all that's left is red. Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, I won't be long. It'll probably be another 10 minutes or so. I can't get this close to finishing a page and then not finish it. Oh, I forgot the door. Gosh. Can't win. Do I want to do someone standing in the doorway, like the silhouette? Like... Shh, don't tell anyone. Our little secret. Yes, Kiko, then he's going to get back to it. Yeah, see, I gotta do housework. Actually, no, my washing's done. I mopped the floors yesterday, so I've just got to sweep today. I've done the bathroom. I did that yesterday. I actually don't have any housework to do today. Oh my lord. That's awesome. What was I doing? Oh, that. Ferrari red. Servo Sharpest Anonymous. I love it. See, I'm not the kind of colorer that can use a fine tip. Fine tip with my elephant hands just means that I'm going to break it faster. So, shock horror, I actually am not a fan of the super fine tip. Although I will rate the Costco electric sharpener. I do like that one. Yeah, because I'm like, Angie uses the dial up here and turns it to like super fine point. I use the dial up here and I've got it at the blunt point. So, you know. No, Angie's got all of the lavender Prismacolors. She's got the Australian supply. She's going to be the Australian supply chain. Yeah. I've got like the Derwent Super Point too and all of that, but they're too fine for me. I just snap them. It's like you've got one for each pencil. It's like this one I use on polys, this one I use on prismas, or even colors. This one's for blacks, this one's for greens. It's actually not a bad idea. Red. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about the Super Point is it marks the barrel. I agree totally. Gets the most beautifulest of point, but damages the pencil. Well, just makes it less pretty. let's put it that way. My Phoenix colours would never go into the Derwent zip on. Yeah, we're not good for you here. If you want to be talked out of something, we'll be like, yeah, just do it. Just do it. Go for it. Oh, I remember when you did that, Evelyn. Yeah. I'd be like, just donate it to the local school. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is all about preference, and that's exactly it. We've all got our issues. um, and what I like is certainly not, even like the fact Angie and I, very, very different preferences for a lot of things. Some things we have similarities on, but others so far from similar. All right, off black again. Hey, Kelly, how you doing, my lovely? Oh, okay. Very true, Red. Very true. Honestly, a lot of the time, the conversations we have, we like get it hard or soft or whatever, and things like that. We like rough or smooth. You just, and then me talking about rubbers. You get me started on the different kinds of rubbers, and it's all down to context. So that sounds like the doll for you, Evelyn. Mind you, I'm not. You can change it up. I mean, it is adult coloring. Very true, Emily. Very true. Oh, look at that. We're nearly there. All right. And because I legit cannot handle the fact that it's floating in midair, you're going to bear with me while I give it something to rest upon. So I'm turning the book. Thank you, Ezra. Words up. Try speaking Australian. Well, try being Australian and trying to speak English for the rest of you. Whew. It's like Hi, Mandy. Happy New Year. How's NZ doing? You troll Amazon for pencil sharpness. I love it. No, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, Red, that's the beauty of the fact that I don't have one. Although I talk to myself about that, like, well, my bank app comes up with, tells me how much I've spent on different things. And I'm like, can you not tell me how much I've spent on, shopping? Thanks. Would be appreciated. All right, turning back around. Oh, something just fell down. Sounds like one of the Velcro strips has given way on something. Find out later. Alrighty. It's a bit better now that it's not floating in midair. It was bothering me. I'm like, I was not coping with the floating in the airness. Let's bring it out a little bit. There we go. There we go. Very whimsical. I don't normally do whimsical red, so it's Johanna's always a little bit outside my comfort zone. But it's always fun to have a go. Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to do a no buy too, and then I went on Marketplace. So yeah, I get it. I always sit there and go, yeah, no more. So basically, I just need to ban Marketplace from my phone, and it now knows what I like. So obviously, its sources said everything I want already. So I just open Marketplace, and it's just all there, everything I like. And I'm like, why are you so rude? And tell me all of these things. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. I understand it all. I understand all of our issues. But the algorithm is too good. I'll go on now to YouTube and to Facebook, and I will have things about pencil sharpeners. What's the bet that the first ad I'm going to get is about pencil sharpeners? Because they say they don't listen, but they do. Yeah, I don't have glass hung up, or very little glass hung up with the Velcro hooks. Most of it's Perspex, which is good. But yeah, the good old, and the transparent post-it notes. I see you've discovered them too. It's like, woohoo! Yeah, see, the problem is, Pam, I say that as well, but I want everything. I have issues, people, issues. All right. I am going to go, everyone. Thank you so very much for hanging in with me while I finish that off. I do appreciate it. And I will. Oh, before I go, I'll leave you with this one read. Georgia was said the other day that everyone else talks about going at the start of the school year, going shopping for school supplies and stationery, and she goes, "I've given up. We just go shopping in your closet." So, and I'm like, so true. All right, take care, everyone. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week. Bye.